Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified when new content is posted. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to be overly self-absorbed, to the point where it affects their relationships? This is not just a case of excessive self-love. We're diving into the intriguing world of narcissism, a complex personality trait that goes beyond mere vanity. So what is narcissism? It's a term that originates from Greek mythology, where the young Narcissus fell in love with his own reflection in a pool of water. In psychology, narcissism refers to a personality disorder characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. But behind this mask of extreme confidence lies a fragile self-esteem that's vulnerable to the slightest criticism. Narcissism isn't as clear-cut as it might seem. It can manifest in different ways and to varying degrees. Imagine a friend who always manages to steer the conversation back to themselves, regardless of the topic at hand. Or a colleague who insists on taking credit for team accomplishments, brushing off the contributions of others. Perhaps it's a romantic partner who is excessively charming and charismatic, but lacks empathy and disregards your feelings. These are just a few examples of how narcissism can show up in our daily lives. The impact of narcissism on relationships can be profound. Narcissistic individuals often engage in manipulative or controlling behaviors, leaving those around them feeling undervalued and dismissed. It's important to note that narcissism is not merely an annoying personality trait. It's a deep-rooted issue that can cause significant harm if left unchecked. But don't worry, understanding narcissism is the first step towards dealing with it effectively. Our aim is not to demonize, but to educate and empower. By recognizing the signs and understanding the underlying issues, we can better navigate relationships with narcissistic individuals. Now that we have a basic understanding of narcissism, let's delve into one tactic that narcissists often use, known as the Narcissist Hoover. Scene script. Have you ever heard of the term Narcissist Hoover? It's a tactic used by narcissists that can be quite confusing. Imagine a vacuum cleaner, the iconic Hoover, if you will. Now picture it sucking up all the dust and debris in its path without any regard for what it is or where it came from. That's a metaphor for what we call a narcissist Hoover. It's a manipulative tactic where a narcissist tries to pull someone back into a relationship or situation that they've previously left or distanced themselves from. Think of it as emotional vacuuming, where the narcissist sucks their target back into the vortex of their control. Let's break down the process into clear steps. First, the narcissist may initiate contact after a period of silence or separation. This could range from a casual text message to a grand gesture of love and affection. They may even apologize or take responsibility for their past behavior, giving a false sense of hope for change. Secondly, they often use emotional manipulation tactics, like guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or playing the victim. They aim to provoke an emotional response that will draw their target back in. Thirdly, once the target is hooked, the narcissist reverts to their old ways, often becoming more controlling and abusive than before. Why do narcissists use this tactic? Well, it can stem from a fear of abandonment, a need for control, or a desire for validation. It's a way for them to maintain their self-esteem and avoid facing their own shortcomings. The narcissist Hoover can have a significant impact on relationships. It leads to a toxic cycle of breakups and reconciliations, leaving the target feeling confused, drained, and emotionally exhausted. It's a form of emotional abuse that can have long-lasting effects. Understanding the narcissist Hoover is the first step to recognizing and dealing with such behavior. But what can you do if you find yourself in such a situation? So, you've recognized the narcissist Hoover. What next? How do you deal with such a situation? The first step to dealing with the narcissist Hoover is acknowledging the situation. You have to recognize the tactics, understand them, and accept that you're dealing with a narcissist. This isn't always easy, but it's essential. Next, you must remember that you cannot change a narcissist. It's a harsh truth, but accepting this reality can save you from a lot of heartaches. While it's natural to want to help or change someone you care about, with narcissists, this can often be a fruitless endeavor. Now let's talk about setting boundaries. This is critical when dealing with a narcissist. It's important to define what is acceptable behavior and what is not. Be firm and consistent with these boundaries. If the narcissist crosses them, take a step back. Remember, your well-being comes first. Often, narcissists use the narcissist Hoover to manipulate and control. They may use guilt, fear, or even love as a weapon. It's important to recognize these tactics for what they are: manipulation. Don't let yourself be swayed by these ploys. It's also worth noting that sometimes the best course of action may be to cut ties completely. This is never an easy decision, but in some cases, it may be the healthiest one. However, you don't have to navigate this journey alone. Reach out to supportive friends and family members. They can provide a listening ear, a comforting word, or even just a distraction when you need it. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, consider seeking professional help. Therapists and counselors are trained to help you navigate complex situations like this. They can provide you with the tools and strategies to effectively deal with the narcissist Hoover and protect your mental and emotional health. In conclusion, dealing with a narcissist and their Hoover tactics can be challenging. But with understanding, the right strategies, and a strong support system, you can navigate this situation and protect your well-being. Remember, it's essential to take care of your mental and emotional health when dealing with narcissistic behavior. We've covered quite a bit today, haven't we? We've navigated the complex realm of narcissism, a personality disorder marked by an inflated sense of self-importance and a deep need for excessive attention. Most importantly, we've delved into the narcissist Hoover, a manipulative tactic often employed by narcissists to reel their victims back into their toxic web. The narcissist Hoover often manifests as a sudden influx of attention, affection, or even apologies, designed to pull you back into the narcissist's orbit. It's a calculated move, meant to exploit your vulnerabilities and keep you under their control. But knowledge is power. By recognizing these tactics, you can better protect yourself and maintain your boundaries. It's crucial to remember that you have the right to your feelings, your space, and your peace. Remember, understanding is the first step towards better dealing with narcissistic behavior. Stay informed, stay strong, and take care.